What makes a man instantly unattractive?
Bad hygiene and bad manners. And being insincere, for example paying a woman a ridiculous amount of compliments to try and have sex with her. Being told that you're attractive a few times feels lovely, if it's genuine. Being told over and over and over again doesn't feel sincere, especially if it's the same sort of comment regurgitated again and again. It feels awkward, and suggests that's all the dude cares about. Be real with a girl and get to know her as a three-dimensional person. Or if you're just after a bit of short-term fun, be upfront about it. Unsolicited dick pic. Bragging about how many times they've had sex. Bad and bragging about anything. I especially like it when you call them out on it and they immediately back it up with, "I'm just kidding, don't you know humor?" Right. Screams insecurity to me.
Being unwilling to learn new life skills, different cultures, food, etc. I am willing to learn how to maintain a bike car, but they also need to know how to make some pasta. I want to learn about where they grew up, but they need to also have the same amount of enthusiasm. Willful ignorance is a huge turn-off for me.
Bad attitude, like being disrespectful to staff at a restaurant. Talking shit behind others' back. Be your best self, not a dick. Also, take a fan shower and wear deodorant in the summer. I can smell you 35 feet away. Talking about how that scientist turned himself into a pickle. What if it was the funniest shit they ever seen? When there's those guys that are so full of rage and it's basically the only emotion they show. Like they act like a big old tough guy and want to prove how tough they are. Just calm down, dude.
Pushiness. A guy can be gorgeous, but as soon as he shows any issue with my boundaries I'm out. Yeah, same. I grew up with a mom who saw ultra macho pushy actions as completely normal. Even her brother spent 20 years driving around town looking for young female tourists. Somehow charm them into getting on his motorcycle, and expect them to throw away all of their vacation plans to do whatever and whenever he wanted. This unfortunately caused said uncle to be a total deluded douchebag who was so pushy and in your face. It's caused him to even have problems with other guys. He got into drugs and motorcycle gangs, and wound up nearly getting knifed in the face because he insulted one of the gang leaders. He was a guy who grew up being allowed to say or do whatever he wanted, which really hampered his ability to hold down a job, because he often pissed off his bosses and co-workers. Plus, his behavior was so bad that even my dad threw him out of my parents' house within 5 minutes of meeting him, and my uncle came back, with his mom, to apologize for him. It's been 31 years, and my dad still wouldn't allow that guy back to their house. Having a person like that in the family, and hearing all the stories, and how my mom's ex-boyfriend was the same, made me realize very early on that if a guy's pushy towards a girl, chances are that he's a pushy asshole to other people as well, co-workers, waiting staff, parents, younger siblings, strangers, etc. When people think they can walk all over a person, they start believing, even unconsciously, that they can get away with it when they do it to other folk.
Arrogance is unearned confidence. It can be hard to tell the difference sometimes, but it is there. Correct. The issue is what is unearned and what is on the path to being earned. Remember, we all start somewhere, and it's important to aim high in our endeavors. I would say arrogance is very specific, in that it is claiming credit for that which isn't earned by means of falsification. While confidence is believing one can earn and should be treated as if they can. One of the easiest ways to spot the difference these days is with people who attribute the full value to their investment, as in I own a share of company Y. Therefore I am receiving payments from a value of X, full value of X as opposed to Y. Yet we still attribute arrogance to people who say they believe they can one day achieve something great. We've gotten stuck in living in a caste system that is only enforced by our own perception of ourselves. I think the people using arrogant to describe ambitions are using the term incorrectly, to be honest. Being arrogant might be assuming you deserve success, and that it'll just happen one day. Being confident is coming to the conclusion that you'll be successful because you have a plan and some determination. Correct. However, many people mistake their nonsense as having a plan and determination, when in reality it is entitlement. Alternatively, many people also mistake a real plan and determination as nonsense.